There are all kinds of people in this world. I don't like to believe in bad people. I believe in uneducated people and selfish people. We all know as human beings the difference between right and wrong. We know that murder is wrong, rape is wrong, abuse, bullying, but these things continue to happen. The world has changed so much with all the years. So for ourselves, we have to be able to change with it. No person is perfect. Find me one. One of the hardest things that I had to go through in my life was being at that hospital and doing all of this in front of a bunch of strangers when it could have easily been done in the comfort of my own home, in privacy. However, I don't regret it. I do believe that it made me a much stronger person. When we look at ourselves, there's always going to be room for change. There's always a time when maybe we're going to slip or we're doing something that's not so right. It's up to us to catch it and change it and try to lead by example. Hope that the ripple effect passes on. What I mean by that is if a bully is beating someone up, he's going to make 1,000,001 excuses on why he thinks it's right that he's beating this person up or why it's justified. It's never justified. It's never right. These people will continue to just make the same mistakes and live in their denial. However, if we can be bigger people, we can look at our faults and try to change them. One of my faults was treating people, my friends, family, better than I, would kind of treat myself. I would protect them more, just do and give them anything. And for years I had people telling me, these friends are not doing the same thing for you. They're not good friends. I just couldn't see it. When I was in the hospital with those groups of people and listening to all kinds of stories, I saw it. I saw it the day that I was in the hospital and I got to see who was checking on me, who was there for me, who was showing me love, and who just didn't give a shit. And some of those people really shocked me. But I'm glad it happened, because the other thing we got to learn was choosing who gets to be in our lives. That we have a choice. We get to remove those negative people, but not doing it in a mean way. For example, my ex-best friend is the perfect example of a girl who makes the same mistakes over and over again, never learning from it. And she would only call if she was bored and nobody else was around, or she'd only want you to come out if her flavor of the month wasn't around, or flavor of the week. It didn't even last a month. And then she would beg you to go out. Now, I've been out. I've clubbed. I've partied. I'm past it. Not that I don't club anymore. Like, I will if it's, birthday parties, Halloween, or like some kind of special function. But for the most part, I'm past it. I don't do it every weekend. This girl just begged and begged and begged, and I promise I'll have you home on time and early. Fine, whatever. So I have to manage getting my friends to go with her because she doesn't have anybody to call. And then we're chasing some stupid guy all over the city who can't even bother to wait till we get there. And then, it's past 2 o'clock in the morning, and me and my two friends are just kind of arguing with her like, okay, you said you'd have us home by now, and we're just kind of watching her make out in a parking lot. You know what? It's just selfishness. I've been there, done that, and I'm not 16 anymore. It took me and my friends walking away saying that we were going to call a cab instead for her to stop, which is pretty pathetic. When I tried to explain to her that I just wanted more positive people in my life, she took it very negatively, of course. Most of these people will. She started saying things like, you deserve to be miserable. You deserve to have nobody good in your life because you push everybody away. Now, I could go down to her level and play into it, but I didn't. I sat there and I'm like, oh, okay, really? Oh, okay, is that it? And just ended it there. Nobody has the right to say that you're wrong on how you feel. Even if they don't agree, those are your feelings. Either way, I can't say that my life has been more negative since I've removed a few people around in my life. It's actually been a lot more positive. And when I went back to the hospital and got to listen to everybody else's stories, because, everybody obviously has people in their lives that continue to bring them down, that are not good for them, and maybe not realizing it. So we were all just going around sharing these stories, and I just, wow, couldn't believe it. They all had, surprise, reacted almost the same way. What can you do? All you can do is be you. Try to be positive, and always try to look for the good in everything, because there always is good in everything. Even anger. One of the shocking things that we had learned in the hospital was, they would ask us, do you believe that anger is a positive or a negative? And everybody would answer, well, negative, of course. We were surprised to learn that anger could be a positive too, and we got to see what the positive traits of anger is. So remembering that there is always positive in every situation, and that you do have the right to be happy and make choices, but do them in the right way. And as per looking up towards inspirations, I like to look up towards people that I wish I would be more like, that I give credit for, that I know that maybe if situations were reversed and I was in their situation, maybe I would have reacted the same way that they have or did. And that's what I try to inspire to be more positive and to be a better human being. That's all we can be. And pray that all our good deeds don't go unnoticed, that hopefully that they can pass on and that we can all be good to each other. The bracelets I've been handing out for positive inspirations, I can't tell you how much of a success they are. And I believe I am at 87 bracelets that have been given out. 87 bracelets to inspirational people. Now that might not seem like a big number, but that's 87 bracelets that I took, that I purchased out of my own money. Someone who's not working, somebody who's just trying to make a change and trying to keep us all united and together, so that when things get tough, to remember that there are people out there all around trying to be the change and be as positive as we are.